Yes, yes, yes. We are here. We have made it, and we are tonight's entertainment. We don't have a game tonight. We have a game tomorrow afternoon. We got a hump day special, I guess you can call it. But the way our lives have been set up, Wednesday afternoon, it's gonna be pretty hard to make it. And I think it's gonna be pretty hard for a lot of people to tune in and watch that show. I don't even know what the ratings are going to look like for that game tomorrow because it's middle of the week, middle of the afternoon. I don't think that's ever happened in NFL history. Just a quick recap of how we got here. The Ravens had up to 19, I think 20 even people on their staff and roster tested positive for COVID. Started obviously the big news with Lamar it started with Mark Ingram and Dobbins. Then it went to Lamar and Andrews and offensive linemen and receivers and then the defense and then it spiraled completely out of control. They initially moved it to Tuesday. They had to come back again, move it to Wednesday, which means that the Ravens Cowboys Thursday night had to be moved to Sunday, which also means that the Steelers FC Washington Sunday had to be moved to Monday, which leaves us where we at right now, all with the NFL have not yet made any team forfeit a game. We will see if it gets to that. The closer we get to the playoffs, the more likely a forfeit becomes down if for the NFL to try to avoid as much as possible to kick back the Super Bowl. Because that's really all it comes down to at the end of the day, fellas. And I'm not saying this is just my humble opinion and belief is that for the NFL, it all comes down to not pushing that Super Bowl off from whatever the date is, because it's already been it's a global crisis, so everybody's going to get affected one way or the other. And for the NFL and their pockets and their stadium pockets, they are certainly feel it. I don't have the number off the top of my head. I'll go back to one of the shows we did. I think they make like 80 million just from what they sell in the stadium on game day, each stadium that is. I mean, you do the math. So I
That
think that's
sounds crazy.
yeah, yeah, I know. But that's ultimately what it comes down to. Maybe it's not 80 million. Maybe it's like 30. I don't know what. I'll go back and remember. I just know it's an absurd amount, Chief.
It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And
But anyway,
something else
good.
that you mentioned that they may be trying to avoid too is they don't want to get in that situation, not just the missing the Super Bowl on their date, but they want to also try to keep that 2 week gap between Championship Sunday and the Super Bowl. Because
Absolutely.
when they had to crunch it together last time, that was 9/11.
No.
When they had to just scrap that and it made stuff tight, but they were able to get it through. We're in a whole different scenario this time.
Hey. I mean, we'll see what ends up coming out of it at the end of the day. But we'll discuss this Ravens Steelers game a little later. The reason we are here tonight, fellas, as you can see, we got Germ So True, Vic Jr., and the Godfather himself on the screen. The reason we are here tonight is we are here to discuss a couple things. Number one, and it's mainly going to be quarterbacks. Number one, we're here to discuss who's going to be the MVP or who is leading so far in that MVP discussion. Number two, more importantly, something that came across on the Twitter spheres and the social medias, and somebody brought it to our group. Shout out to Charles Slim. Is Russell Wilson top 10 greatest of all time ever? Now we're gonna go around the horn, rapid fire style, as to whether you agree that Russell Wilson is top 10 all time. I'll hey, Germ, what do you think, sir?
No,
Top 15?
no.
Jay?
10, no. 15, probably no.
Vic?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Oh, you're gonna get fined if you don't give an opinion.
All right, so maybe he's not top 10, but I think he's pushing the door in the top 15. I think he's knocking.
So
You know
here's
what I'm
my
saying?
thing about it, right? I don't believe he makes the top 20. and I think he might be somewhere in the top 25. I didn't dig up my old quarterback notes, which I got a folder of, but luckily we got World Book in the building who can back up anything I may say and expand on it. I made me a little list,
We
improv list.
made Wimmer Whist.
Ooh, I'm trying not to sneeze. I'm just be honest with you. It's been snowing. I got allergies dealing with these dusty boxes. Bear with me.
Have some fun. I'm so excited.
So I made me a little improv list off the dome. Vic, are you ready to hear it?
Go ahead, man.
Do you need me to speak up? Do you need me to adjust the light in any way?
I wish we would. I wish you would just talk a little lower. You know what I mean? So,
I need you to make sure you see me and you hear me.
I hear you loud and clear, bro.
I don't want to hear no what. I want you to know exactly what I'm about to say.
Getting the mic ready right here.
Okay.
Right in the middle.
Yes. I need you to understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. Okay. Here we go. Numero uno on the list of top 10 quarterbacks ever, the GOAT himself. Number 2, Joe Montana. Number 3, Peyton Manning. Number 4, Johnny Unitas. Number 5, the great Otto Graham, probably the godfather of modern quarterbacking in a sense. Dan Marino, John Elway, Sid Luckman, shout out to the older heads, Bart Starr, Drew Brees. That's where now what I'm about to say next is not in any specific order, okay? Because at that point I just started naming guys. So it's not in any specific order. But we're gonna just do it to keep track of numbers. Okay? You understand what I'm saying, Vic?
I'm with you.
I just want to make sure you don't jump off the screen and put your Timbs on the camera and whatnot. I want you to make sure we clear.
I had a nice sip of tea, so I'm calm. You know what I mean? Just in case.
Well, listen, you know how they say pay the business that minds you? This is 100% your business, all right? Okay. Number 11, the Iron Man somewhat, Ben Roethlisberger. Number 12, we're going to put Jim Kelly in there. Again, no order. 13, Brett Favre. 14, Aaron Rodgers. 15. We should all know who 15 is. He got to make the list somewhere. Okay. Number 16.
Whoa. Who?
15.
Yeah.
15.
I got an iron on 15 with that one myself, man. His pepper too strong already, man. I'm just saying.
We do have the 94 Supreme Court Justice on the here.
Hey, I'm just saying.
I would like to reclaim my time, please, Mr. Ham.
Yes, sir.
Because my opponent will have plenty of time to respond to my vernaculars. I don't even know what that means, but I just feel like saying it. Number 16, Terry Bradshaw. Number 17, I know. I know, but he's like to the bottom of the list. I just had to throw a little respect on him.
He just look like Bozo T Clown.
Yeah,
but it's cool because he was one of those that called his own plays in the dirt. He got 4 of them. So.
Exactly. 17, and I wish I had my quarterback notes on this dude because I will give you 1 through 12 why this dude is in my top 20. Norm Van Brocklin. Okay.
I like it.
Hey. Man,
like
19, or is it 18? 18, Kurt Warner. I had to throw Sammy Baugh on there. No way I could make a list not put Sammy Baugh on there. I had to put Frank Tartan somewhere in there, but he more towards the bottom of this list as well. And then, of course, we had to add the first 2 real transcendent black quarterbacks. And that is Warren Moon, and I scrambled like Randall and his Cunningham.
Is that only because Jigga held it down through 6 summers? That's
exactly why, Jay. That's exactly why. And also on my list, somewhere towards the bottom as well. This is 22 players, so somewhere towards the bottom of this list. Before this is where so Frank Tarkenton and Terry Bradshaw and Eli Manning is where Russell Wilson is right now.
Can I lobby for a cat?
Go ahead.
Dan Fouts feels very disrespectful.
That's a good one. That's a good
Granted, he didn't win a bowl, and Eli got
That's
two.
the thing about it. Like every guy I mentioned, with the exception of Warren and Randall and Frank,
right?
And
Frank been
Dan,
to 4. And well, Dan is Dan.
Dan is really Dan.
I mean, come on. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think anybody questions. I don't think anybody's gonna ask you what criteria do you need for Dan Marino to be on this list. I don't think any football head will, because he doesn't necessarily fit the criteria, but he's in my top 10, and I dare anybody to change my mind on that.
I couldn't name 10 better than Dan. Period. Even without the prize.
Right.
You know, I couldn't go there.
And Jerm, if the 6th member of the Backstreet Boys, Quentin Ferrari, is here, I think he would appreciate the fact that I'm giving nod to his quarterback, even though he hates our quarterback.
well, he's the 6th member of the Backstreet Boys, the 6 of 98 Degrees and NSYNC. So at the end of the day, he's in all of them. So they just may as well put them all together and mess around with Colton. But shouts out to my guy. But the big thing is, hey, look, this is the first reason why I said he's not top 15. And I'm just going to be honest with you. It's not to discredit him as a player. It's just, we got to be honest. Is he top 15 in the last 20 years by itself? Let's start right there. And that's where it gets interesting, because I'm going to ask you this. Would you rather have Joe Flacco in his prime, or would you rather have Russell Wilson? Would you rather have? This is an interesting. Now look, I'm not mad either way. Either or.
See, this is where. Jerm, I think you're taking a little bit.
And I'm one that actually
I'm gonna let you go.
advocated Joe Flacco.
No. Let me finish my thought before you try to diminish something, because look, I handle minds around here. No, but what I'm saying is what we can do is we have an argument for Joe Flacco. I'm not saying I'm taking either or. I'm just asking you questions because we have to ask these questions. Bro, I think Burger should be a little higher on Mo's list.
He's number 11 right now.
I think Burger should be top 10.
Okay.
And that's being honest, because I don't think
I think above Drew Brees.
Hell yeah.
I hear you. I ain't gonna argue that.
Hey, because Burger, in my opinion, is one of the 3 quarterbacks of the last 20 years, besides Peyton and besides Brady, who can go and take you on a game. He's gonna win you something. I mean, the only thing that stops Burger from having maybe 2 more bowls here is 12 and whatever number Peyton was at the time. I can't remember.
18.
It's always been 18. It's always
so 30.
18.
So 30.
There you
12
go.
plus 18.
There you go.
That's the only thing that's stopping him.
There you
so
go.
It just is what it is. So I'm not taking anything away from Russ. I think Russ has come into his own now as a quarterback. We talked about his deficiency somewhat a little bit the other day. It's just him being short and smaller. And that's something that plays a big role against him, and some of these other guys don't have to worry about. So, Vic, now I'm going to pass it to you, and I'm going to let you go ahead, and I'm going to let you speak your piece.
Listen. You know what I'm saying? I had respect for that list. It was going great until number 15, supposedly at 15. Come on, Mo. Listen, this dude's accomplishments is crazy. His resume speaks for itself. Okay, he is a Super Bowl champion. Okay, he did lose another one. They did lose another one on the interception by him. Okay, this is a 7-time Pro Bowler. This is the NFL's passer rating leader. All right, 2 seasons. He's Rookie of the Year. He also has he's top 4 in passer rating all time.
What does all of that mean?
What are you talking about? What does it mean?
What does all that mean? You
putting up numbers.
You just rattled off a whole bunch of stats that didn't equate to nothing but 1 Super Bowl. Or not.
2 Super Bowl appearances. 2 Super Bowl. So then that takes out Pat Mahomes. That takes out Pat Mahomes.
No, because I was going
to takes out Pat Mahomes because he's got 2.
No, it don't, because Pat Mahomes has already won MVP.
He's got 2. He's got 2 Super Bowl appearances.
And Pat Mahomes is probably going to have another Super Bowl appearance and win MVP again.
We're talking about today.
Wait a minute.
Right now.
Time out. You saying we talking about today? Pero tú, papi. Me. You said to me, you said to Germ, you said to us, you said to we
Okay.
that Tom Brady, Russell Wilson is on that Tom Brady projection. And that's why you putting him in that number one spot. Is that
number one spot this year?
You've been calling him best quarterback in the world since
he's the best quarterback right now.
Okay. Yeah. All right. But you saying that also because you have a projection in your head to where he's going to be, correct?
Yes, I see him winning more Super Bowls, just like you see Pat winning more Super Bowls.
Okay, and what again, Pat, the body of work, the gifts, the ability to throw from the pocket on any different platform, any angle, any ball necessarily to be made.
Okay, that's okay. We talk
but
about
what I'm saying,
film. We don't have film on 10 of the guys that you listed above these guys.
Well, wait a minute now. I've
that's two different things now. We talk about resume. Or we talk about
we have resources.
Okay, hold on.
We have resources.
I can tell you this. I can tell you, and you know me. I can tell you when it comes to Otto Graham, Sid Luckman, Bart Starr, John Elway, Dan Marino, Joe Montana, Steve Young, who I didn't even mention. Not Sandy.
Wow, you didn't mention
Moon. I know Randall Cunningham. All those guys, and even Jim Kelly, all those guys, I can at least tell you, I've seen probably 6 hours of tape on them, just because of how much classic. Now, not tape. It's game. It's replays of the broadcast. But as we've discussed, if you want to lab a game, if you sit down for those 3 hours, or in on YouTube, it's like an hour and a half to 2 hours. If you sit down in those 2 hours and you seen everything, you got about 60 to 70% of what really transpired because of the replays and all that good stuff. So these is like, now obviously Norm.
Because listen, you listed
limited stuff on him.
You listed Joe Montana as number 2. And the only reason why Joe Montana is up there is because first of all, they had an outstanding defense, and they were the engineers of that West Coast offense.
Sure.
Because if you put anybody in that situation, they probably would have excelled. No,
I bet you Russ would not excel like Joe Montana. I bet you Russ would not excel like Joe Montana. Go ahead, Jay.
We don't know that.
As far as the West Coast offense goes, there was another cat that won MVP with their West Coast offense years before Joe. That's Ken Anderson. Played for Bill Walsh in Cincinnati. So he was really the predecessor. And then Eric Coryell was a variation of the West Coast offense. That's Dan Fouts. You know what I'm saying? And Dan Fouts got numbers. You want to talk, and I can't really say they hollow because he had Kevin Winslow. You know what I'm saying? He had some real ballers with him too.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things. See, this is why, as the historian, y'all understand why I hate rankings.
Yes.
Because it's so hard to put so much of this stuff in this proper perspective. And it's like, we arguing, you just arguing different fruits.
That's right.
When it comes to a lot of this stuff. And it's like,
I mean, but talk about how Joe Montana wasn't available a lot throughout his career. That's something Russell Wilson has by a mile on a lot of these quarterbacks.
Here's the thing with Joe. Won 4 of them in the 80s, right? Then he took Kansas City. It was game away in Kansas City. That the one knock that, I won't say is a knock, but it can be used as a knock against Joe. They had a dude that come behind you to pretty much do the same thing that you continue to do. And he was threatening your spot the entire time he was there.
So he was replaceable.
Very. But Joe was still, he was replaceable, but Joe still got to work. He still got receipts,
right.
So I trip off of that too, because that hard 49er fans, Montana, this, that, and the other. But Vic, you just hit a whole bunch of points. Yeah, killers on defense. You got Ronnie Lott, you got Bill Romanowski, you got Tim McDonald, Eric Davis, and all these dudes. And it's like, come on, man.
Bro, and the 4 Super Bowls that they won, they only allowed less points than they had in 1 Super Bowl. That 51 points against the Bengals, I think they put up.
They put
So they have
55
one more. Yeah,
put
they have
55 on Denver.
right. So they have more points in one Super Bowl than they gave up in 4. All right, because it was like 10, 13, 27 at the spot, I think.
But
So I mean, he had and listen, Russ had a defense too. Russ had an outstanding defense.
One of the
Okay,
best.
so now what we're doing is we're talking about those things. Part of the reason why the 49ers had the defense that they had, and here's the other part of history that we seem to forget, is that was before the salary cap.
Yep.
Salary cap did not hit until 90.
Yep.
So when that salary cap hit in 90, which is why the list that I have constructed of all of the Super Bowl winning quarterbacks since 1990 was an important list, because all of those quarterbacks had to do it within a certain time frame, had to do it as free agents, and all the rest of the other stuff.
With the salary restrictions, and
absolutely.
That come with it, right.
So when Kurt Warner run in 99, he came over from another league, and he didn't get the same contract that he got until later on in his career, after he had been to 2 Super Bowls. He had went to 2 bowls before he had got his big contract. So again, these are
won 2 MVPs.
Correct. So again, we're talking about a situation where it's really hard to argue some of these things, because if you mean to tell me everybody would have wanted to play for Bill Belichick like they played for the 49ers back in the day? You mean to tell me that everybody would have wanted to play for, let's say, for example, the Cowboys, and if Jerry Jones had to shut up, he would have got his shift at the right time, because everybody in the 90s would have played for the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Everybody in the 2000s probably would have played for the Patriots.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? So I just think all of those are things we have to add into this conversation as well.
Well, again,
I like that, because there's all the factors that, like, they change the optics on so much of this. Once again, this is why even with hoops football, it's like, I like to talk about it, but I don't want to put it in order.
No.
For what? I had so much fun talking about it because you bring up so many other factors. Look at all the factors we done brought up, and we just been on 10 minutes.
There is, yeah. There is a lot of factors. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
but listen, his resume speaks for itself, bro. This is his first 8 seasons. His first 8 seasons, he's third in his first 8 seasons of passing yards, which means as he continues the next 5 to 7 years, he's probably gonna end up in top 5 in passing yards. All right, since we're hypothetically speaking a lot in this show, the last 10 minutes, you know what I mean? So his upward projection is like this. He wins one more Super Bowl. The dude is a top 10 player.
So what if Pat ends up in his third year as a starter, winning 2 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, on top of 55 or 50 actually passing touchdowns?
I got you. Same thing, except that I would love to be on that offense too. I think me and Jay Hand will get 350 yards and 3 touchdowns against this fucking Bucks defense right now.
Hey, see what I'm saying?
That offense, that offense, you cannot deny that offense.
This is what he's gonna do. He's gonna critique Pat on his situation, but not critique the fact that Russ is in a situation where he has a good situation too.
Made me lose my damn list.
Hey, we just gonna call it. We just gonna call things what it is, bro.
Go look for that list. The playbook is a little bit different. The playbook is a little bit different,
bro. We talking about a dude who, first things first, what quarterback is better? Let's just go there.
Pat.
What quarterback is better at everything? Everything. Yeah. There is not even a question at everything.
Hey, the one who pats the ball less is better.
That's the first. We gotta stop talking about stats, because we talking about a dude who came in his first year as an NFL starter and threw for 50 touchdowns. 50 touchdowns. He had in his first 6 starts in the NFL, tied the NFL record with 6 touchdown passes in a game. Matter of fact, his first 4.
So according to your logic, Russ would have had 47 then.
He didn't though.
Russ ain't never threw for more than 30. First of all, no, he never would have. Never, ever. First of all, let me. No, I got this. Hold on.
First of all, he's number 1 in the deep ball.
I'm about to destroy. Hey, I'm about to destroy you, buddy. Buddy, I'm about to destroy you.
Go ahead.
Have you seen Pat Mahomes hit the fadeaway to the left side? Pat the ball fade away Jones, that's to the middle of the field that iced the game.
Sure.
Are we not talking about the ability for this dude to prolong a play?
Bro,
They were down.
Aaron Rodgers is more talented than Tom Brady, bro.
What does
Aaron
that mean?
Rodgers is more talented, bro.
What does that mean?
That's not what we're talking about. Resume Lee. Okay, I made a new
You
word.
didn't, yeah, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You just
No, I'm writing that one down. I like
the
that.
resume speaks for itself. The resume speaks for itself. You talk about the film, fine. We don't have film. We don't have as much film as Joe Montana.
That's the
You know what I'm
problem.
saying? So like Mo brought up some games. I get that, but we don't have the same. We got to talk about what we believe and what we stand for. We believe in the film. Right now,
see,
I don't have film on Joe Montana.
That's the
I
thing,
have a little bit of broadcast.
Okay, that's cool.
That's
go ahead.
Vic, is that because you're saying the lack of film is pretty much making you lean on resume, but
let's go ahead.
The film is out there on Joe.
Okay, yeah.
You just got to take it to broadcast and do your due diligence as a lab guy, which you are. Watch that film on Joe, man.
Right.
And I'm not one that I'm not one that's going to advocate he's this, he's that, but it's one of I get what you're saying.
I'm just going by what Jerm is saying. Like he's starting to bring out the platform and what he do. Bro, that's not what we're talking about.
We're talking about the whole complete package, correct?
Well, that's the thing.
Are we talking about the whole complete package? Because I just said that Pat was better everywhere. I said everywhere, so that encompasses. Yeah, I'm on my. Don't get me in my bag. That encompasses the whole thing. That encompasses him being a better quarterback, him understanding what's in front of him. Russ just now got to the point now where he understands what he's seeing consistently. What, 2 years ago? We're talking about Pat in year 3 seeing this and being able to make the adjustments. So again, there is difference. There is a difference.
There has been several games this season specifically, including this Bucks game, where he was shut down basically in the second half when they adjusted some things.
Okay, guess what?
We saw that.
I seen Mecole Hardman drop a pass that he's still been running, and today is Tuesday.
all right. Listen.
I see DK. DK leads the league and like he's got to be at 10 right now, bro.
Okay, but he has at 10. He's at 10. He's at 10 while he's being hit. We're talking about Pat putting the ball in open receivers' hands and they having a chance to run.
Now we have to get specific.
I'm just letting you know if we're gonna put this together, I'm going to encompass the whole thing in particular.
Germ. Why you doing all this encompassing? Get him a compass so he can see what we're talking about.
Okay? Yeah, we're gonna do that.
So let's regroup.
I like the way you did that.
Yeah, I got you. Let's regroup. I'm sure we got more people in the comments by now. So we're gonna restart.
Get to the comments, dog.
We're gonna do a little rapid fire and then get to the comments, right? So again, what brought us to this point is Russell Wilson, obey your thirst, Vic? Is Russell Wilson a top 15 quarterback of all time? What started the argument was a post in the Views from the 22 group. What really started the argument was me saying he might not even be top 20, let alone top 10. And Vic said I was reaching like MJ in Space Jam, but the only M we do here is with a fadeaway is perfect, sir. So here's my list again. Yes, right. Shout out to Ball U. Shout out to the Humble Hustle. Shout out to the Move Accordingly movement. Let's get to this list rapid fire style. Tom Brady, Joe Montana. Number 3, Peyton Manning. Number 4, Johnny Unitas. Number 5, Otto Graham. Number 6, Dan Marino. Number 7, John Elway. Number 8, Sid Luckman. Number 9, Bart Starr. Rounding out the top 10, Drew Brees. Number 11, Big Ben Roethlisberger. Number 12, Brett Favre. Number 13, Aaron Rodgers. Number 14, Jim Kelly.
Yeah.
Number 15. Number 16, Norm Van Brocklin. Number 17, Kurt Warner. Number 18, Warren Moon. Number 19, Scramble like Randall and his Cunningham. Number 20, the Brady Killer, Eli Manning. Number 21, the original Russell Wilson, Frank Tarkenton, who went to 4 Super Bowls. And number 22, to give you these views, Russell Wilson. Let us dive into the comments, fellas,
Uh,
and see what we
by
got.
that list, I'm pushing A-Rod back a step and putting Russ at 12 or 13, whatever the hell A-Rod was. Because his number's way better than A-Rod since he came in the league. So
Vic, you got a new nickname too, by the way. When Big Shot Ron give you a new nickname, you got a new nickname.
What is it?
Vocabulary Vic.
Vocabulary Vic. When Big Shot tag you, it's on, you know.
Put the ing after that. Resume Lee.
Yeah, whatever that was.
I swear I'm gonna use that.
Oh, I know you will. Draft show, 94 feet of life.
Oh, Mo, you
Friday.
forgot to put Steve Young on there, and I don't know if you forgot Troy Aikman too.
I was about to say, hey, Troy getting a little.
And I would put both of them in front of Russ, but
So,
you know,
so here's what
Russ
it is.
can
right?
round out the top 25. I mean,
The
that's
thing
okay.
that would kill Troy, is the numbers. But Troy was a bona fide leader.
So
Straight
I would
up.
say absolutely. I would say 19 through 24. I don't have a 25th yet. 19 through 24, which is Cunningham, Eli, Frank Thornton, Russ Wilson, Troy Aikman, and Steve Young. That would be the fourth tier or whatever. That would be one tier on my list. That would be a grouping in itself. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Victor Mino, April's in there, Siobhan in there. Trav obviously in there. Big Shot, as we said, is in there. Thank you, April, saying the lighting is perfect so Vic can see and hear me clearly. MJ in there. Who else is in there? Let's see what some of these comments
Vic
are
and
saying.
April, I think they running with me because
Oh yeah. MJ and Big Shot. MJ says, "Oh, this is a list." Big Shot says, "Mo pulled out NFL films." Absolutely. Mo Iglesias. I can't say.
I'm
that's Germ.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all
Everybody
real
in
quick
there.
too.
KG, Dennis.
Let me be honest with you on this too. This is something else on this list that we have to make sure we account for. As we break down the tiers of the top 10, you got guys that you listen. These guys are going to come and take some SH. That's just what it comes down to.
Yeah, you got
as a quarterback.
You got guys that didn't win a Super Bowl in Dan Marino, but go ahead.
Again, and Vic. You know what? Your lab card after this show will not work till afternoon tomorrow, Central Pacific time. So that means you gotta wait till 1:30 Eastern to use your lab card tomorrow. Okay.
Hey man, Dan Marino kind of like Pistol Pete, man. You just gotta let him ride.
Here's the thing about Dan Marino.
Man.
Here's the thing about Dan Marino that we have to understand right away. From a talent standpoint, that's not his fault. Ooh. Remember, he did a lot of things as a rookie.
Yes.
That people don't understand or will probably forget.
48 touchdowns.
I mean, like these are things that this is not nothing new.
48 touchdowns in 1983.
Let me ask you this question. If Dan Marino had a Legion of Boom, well, he had won a Super Bowl.
He'd have won 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So we talking about
hypothetically speaking, just like if Russ was on that Andy Reid offense, it'd be almost the same thing.
You said he full of shit.
50 touchdowns, 49. Maybe Russ would have 49.
It's hypothetical.
I agree, because I'm sick of his shit too.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
49 touchdowns. My fault. He ain't gonna get 50. He would have 49. Shit. Best deep ball in the effing game right now.
All right. Listen.
Hey, but guess what? You keep saying the deep ball. Now, but I so critically remember, like about 3 years ago, we were talking about Aaron Rodgers, and you said that the deep ball is the lowest percentage throw, and it's probably the least likely throw to matter on NFL Sunday. And now we're talking about deep ball throws. So I'm just confused, and I don't understand.
Okay, so the lowest percentage throw that he makes the most. What are we talking about?
I got this dime, right? I got this dime, right?
The most.
You need to make a collect call. So I'm gonna give you this dime so you can make a collect call so we can recall what your memory was from what that was.
You reaching right now.
No.
You're reaching right now.
You're reaching right now.
The man
literally.
The man told you to call 10-10-3-2-1. That's cold-blooded.
I got some. All right, listen. There's a change over here for him to make a collect call.
He's like an 80% deep ball thrower in this league. Come on,
Vic. I think
you got film in the inbox, Vic. You got film in the inbox.
Oh yeah.
Big Shot just put you something in the
Oh
inbox.
yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Watch that. I think it's like 14 minutes long. Watch that. Listen, let's just tie this up. Move on to the next subject.
Disrespectful.
Well, I don't think anybody's necessarily being disrespectful. I think it's a matter of we just being trying to be objective, baby. We're trying to stay true to the game. That's all. That's all we do. Yes, sir. All right. So I think we can all agree on one thing, though, right? And this is for sure. This is why me and Jay always just laugh at rankings and have fun with them. I like to do them, and I like to do them with lab guys because there's an argument, but there's a lot of good shit being said in there that just makes you say, okay, I don't agree, but I'm not going to say you wrong. And I think that's exactly. You saw Vic, the inner Bronx came all the way out today, baby. The suburbs of New England was gone. This man, woo. But that's what we wanted. Sierra's why is he Sierra's husband for top 50? I don't like this dude, yo.
I'm changing his name right now.
I don't like this dude, yo, at all. Oh my God. All right. He's gonna come back soon, and we'll dive in. We'll catch him up to speed as we always got to do sometimes on a Brillo pad. There we go. Hey, get rid of those germs, baby. Anyways, why we were here again? We were talking about the MVP so far for the regular season, and this is just gonna be a freestyle, free-flowing conversation. I don't have stats. We just have film. And it's just going to be a football conversation as to who we think the MVP of the 2020 regular season is. This dude, my MVP pick, has been my MVP pick for about 17 days, okay? About, give or take. And he's just been confirming it and confirming it and confirming it. I don't think there's any denying who it is for me. But before I give away mine, or should I give away mine? Or do you want to go first, Vic?
What? You already know who my MVP is.
Well, you know who my MVP is.
I don't, actually. I don't.
Patrick?
I guess. Yeah.
Okay. Now, number 2 on my list, again, sincerely, Big Ben Roethlisberger. And number 3 on my list, just because somebody's got to be shown some love other than the quarterback, Derrick Henry probably got to get a nod. Let's just keep it all.
I said that 5 weeks ago.
Yes, you did. I said
it right longer than that, and y'all was like, "Yeah, y'all knew, you know it's gonna be a quarterback." I'm like, "Yeah, how come we can't give it to the defense either?"
Hey,
I know I am. I'm twisted
again. Media wanted Peyton Manning to have it that 1 year, and they wanted, I can't remember who they gave it to the 1 year that Aaron Donald should have gotten it.
Well, that was payback from when Charles Wilson took the Heisman.
Well, again,
although it was warranted.
So I got Patrick Mahomes as my MVP so far for the season. I think the Chiefs are the best team in football, yes, but I without Patrick Mahomes, they are not 10-1. They are not this dominant. They are not showing up Sunday to Sunday and just finding ways to cruise to victories, even when they're not at their best. I think that's really the biggest thing for me is you see a lot. First of all, in case you don't know by now, I'll do all the Omahans and alerts around here, sir. All right. I think what you've seen with Patrick is what you see with a lot of young quarterbacks who come off a hot start is when they start getting in that mud, that's when they start hitting that wall. Pat is in the mud and he's like, okay, I'm good. Let me I got the right boots on. I know what to do. I know how to maneuver. Eventually, I'm gonna get to some dirt and some grass, and we're gonna be back on the gravel going 0 to 60 in no time with that cheetah that he has. Patrick is somebody who's showing himself to be calm in chaos. And that to me, big time, is so special. I honestly say this all the time. He annoys me because he breaks so many rules, but it's not that he gets away with it. It's that he can break these rules. These rules that he's breaking now, he can still break them 4, 5, 6 years from now. And we don't see any quarterback able to get away with that. So again, Pat, he was one of those guys coming out of college that, and Jeremy will remember this, like, okay, I was like, hey, we'll see. We'll see. That 1 year off, learning under Alex Smith, coached by Andy Reid, Eric Bieniemy in there. Shout out to Eric Bieniemy, one of the best offensive football minds in the National Football League, who deserves a head coaching job. They have done a great job molding this kid. I'm not going to give them credit because all they did was show him how great he can be, and he said, "Hey, I got it from here," and he's taking it. That's my MVP.
Alex Smith would have 47 touchdowns that year, but
Alex Smith would have had 79 checkdowns, 35 flats, 3,200 screens. Yeah, you know what, Germ? He doesn't deserve your presence.
Bye, Felicia.
With that comment he just made.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, Vic, you got Russell Wilson, right?
Russell for MVP, baby.
Not even an
Sarah's
ounce
husband.
of change in your mind?
Why? He played well the last 2 games.
Just the fact that we got to specify how many games he's played well tells me a lot. So we just gonna leave this alone.
We can revisit like 3 games where Pat was aight.
But they won.
But here's a difference. Here's a difference. We can visit games where we see Pat being aight, but we can visit the games where we see Russ being ass, and that's just what it is.
Again,
sounds like hate to me. But
Germ, who's your MVP, Germ?
It's Patty, man. It's not really. It's Patty mayonnaise, bro. It's really not nothing else we need to say, man.
How? So
Ben doesn't deserve a spot. Banjo, drumming on the street lights. That's an old Doug track for y'all.
That's exactly what you were doing.
Uh-oh.
Oh man,
I knew exactly when as soon as he started singing. Oh, that's on. That's on.
He got the glasses on too.
Let him have the flow.
Hey, that's a diamond supply company. Oh, this man got diamonds. You know what? Let me get off this screen.
Diamond.
Let's see what he got to say. Let's see what he got to say.
Hey man, y'all guys been so entertaining and everything, man. All y'all have been having good points. I just wanted to jump in for a little bit. I heard Mo in his list. Mo, you named 3 players, right? That was Patrick. You said Ben. Did you say Ben and King Henry?
And King Henry, yeah.
I'm gonna put my 5 on here. I don't think I got Ben in there, but I got Patrick Mahomes. I got Vic guy. I got Russell. I also have I hate to say it, but Eric and Aaron got to be in there. Eric and Aaron got to be in there. And you got to put King Henry. King Henry got to be in there also. My runner-up, he'll put a stamp on it if he do something stupid Sunday after next. And that got to be my guy, Dalvin Cook. Man.
Ooh.
They got to be my guy, Dalvin. Those are my 5. My 5. Ben is Ben. They are 10-0. But Ben is getting that ball to them guys, and them guys making it do what it do too. Although he's putting it in position, but Claypool and Washington and Johnson and Juju be on the injury list every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Thursday and Friday, he come out and show up to play. Ebron is doing real good also, but I just can't put him in that top. Me personally, that's just my list. Mm-hmm. We are here for it, but that's kind of like my top 5.
Well, see, here's the thing. Where Ben, again, I'm gonna say this again about Ben, man. Yeah, Pittsburgh has been producing these wide receivers. They got a catch-up factory and a wide receiver factory in Pittsburgh, okay? But the reason these wide receivers have been able to shine and reach their potential and approach their ceiling is because of number 7. because of his ability to throw the ball where it needs to be and not where it's gonna be. He throws that ball where it needs to be. Always. If they need to get some yak, he knows where to put it. If he needs to protect them, he knows where to put it. Ben has precision that a lot of quarterbacks who have played this game historically just don't have it. And this football team, again, the one thing to say about Ben, to sum up his greatness, he remained relevant throughout the 15, 16, 17 years of Manning versus Brady. That alone speaks unbelievable volumes to who he is and the impact he has on his football team. Jump in this, Jay.
Good part about that with Ben, especially as you just mentioned, the Brady Manning effect is like, yo, he beat Peyton and won his first one before Peyton did. And this was young Ben.
Yes.
This was second year Ben. So and it just to sustain that over time, man. It's like, as far as this season, he getting props from me. I like what Trav said with Dalvin Cook, because a couple times that I've been forced to watch the Vikings because I don't have Red Zone, and they were just the game on in my market. At least I was slothfully entertained by what the Vikings was laying down, and the entertaining part came from Dalvin, of course.
Yes.
But this year, MVP. That's simple.
Yeah.
And to me, it ain't even close.
Yeah.
What did he say? Who you chose?
I mean, I can spin it around and make it 12,
Hey, by the
way,
By the way, Russ got 31 touchdowns to Patty's 30, but we're gonna leave it. Leave it there.
And Brady got 29.
28.
That's
Correct
fine.
yourself.
So 28. Okay.
Hey, and the Knicks still ain't shit, B.
Hey.
So let me get in on this real quick.
Neither are the Jets or the Eagles.
There you go.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
31-3.
Here's the key thing right here. This is the reason why being is a part of this MVP conversation for me. Last year, Pittsburgh was 8-8. This year, Pittsburgh is 10-0. Tells you a total different thing. The football team is in a total different situation. Now, I want to make sure that we understand this. Can you do that
again? Can you do that math again, please?
So last year they was 8-8, and this year they're 10-0. So it's been games where they got behind that they were able to come back in. Number one, the defense makes plays, and then their offense complements that. If Ben struggles a day, just like every player in this league struggles a day, the defense picks him up and vice versa. So what I'm going to say is, altogether, they're going to be 11-0 after tomorrow too. Just so y'all know. They'll probably be 12-0 until they face somebody that they want to, But anyway, the principle is they're going to end up being 11 or 12-0 this year. And it's going to be because that offense's ability, they're one of the 3 teams in the NFL right now that can stop a team from scoring 30 and score 30.
That's Super Bowl stuff right there, man.
And that's why they're 10-0. They can rush the passer. They can do everything. But from a quarterback standpoint, you can't name 5 quarterbacks playing better ball right now than Ben Roethlisberger.
Facts. And
that's just being fair to him.
Yes. And you're out of all the names you've had, that is your best one yet, sir. If I do say so myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's just the one for the day. Don't worry, it's about to change in a minute because you're about to say something crazy. Don't worry.
No. I'm gonna leave that for probably Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday time. We got about 10 minutes before we hit that 60-minute mark. So let's dive into this game tomorrow. We are finally gonna play it. I hope the Ravens had even more players while we were on this live test positive for COVID, but they are not gonna be impacting this game, because these are guys that were already on the COVID-19 list as a precaution. And so said, so done, they have indeed gotten a positive result for COVID with that incubation period. I'm not a medical person by any means. I don't even know if it's incubation or income. I don't even know how it's exactly pronounced.
Incubation.
But it's incubation. I sometimes I get confused as to whether there's an M in there or not. But hey, So that's what's going on there. Over under in this game is 42. The Steelers, because of no Lamar Jackson and some other key players, are a 10-point favorite in this one. The Ravens are getting 10 points. Fellas, we can go multiple different routes on this. To me, I think it's just really simple with this. Oh my God, yo. You know what, Vic? You're like a gnat at a barbecue, just bugging the fuck out of you. That's what you are.
470 or three attempts to 393, and he leads them by one touchdown. Man,
Good.
That's my guy, man.
Hey, let me tell you something. Vic is gonna try to find anything that he can to try to justify his argument.
I love
But that's
it.
the same. Hey, but guess what? Hey, Vic, your guy last year didn't even get an MVP vote against Lamar Jackson, and he threw for more yards, had less interceptions, and more completions. And that's a fact.
And what's another fact is that Bobby Wagner. Wait a minute, Bobby Wagner has more career MVP votes than Russell Wilson.
Hey, sounds
Ain't
like
nobody
German
checking.
Mo. Sounds like German Mo with the 50 dudes, voting for MVP last year. He was part of that crew. So.
Oh, that's what it sounds like
That's
because
what it
I actually I said Russ should have won MVP last year. So I mean, hey, at least he would have got my vote. But hey.
Sound like a lot of hating to me, but hey, we'll see what happens.
Vic, you acting like a sucker right now. And you know what? I'm gonna let you act like that. I'm a professional sucker ducker.
So I see Patrick Mahomes has a 115 rating as opposed to Russell Wilson's 110. How is it that he has more?
Bro, and they're both top. The only 4 quarterbacks out of 4 people that are over 100.
Bro, you see
historically.
Vic, you out here throwing narratives where we trying to change narratives.
I'm telling you,
10 interceptions to 2 for Patrick Mahomes. 2. So what's that? Let me go back to the Zoom here.
Give him another. Yeah, give him another.
73, 80 more pass attempts. Yet this dude has 8 more interceptions. So that means every 8th throw is an interception. I don't even know if I'm using my calculator. Damn it.
So that means he would have had 5 more picks, but like 12 more touchdowns. It's all good though,
And his team will still be 7-3 or 7-4.
Tell DK to catch them damn passes. What you need to tell. That's what you need,
sir.
DK catch them damn passes, boy.
I hereby
passes in the end zone.
I hereby motion to suspend his lab key for 24 hours.
All right, go ahead, man. Let's finish.
I second this motion.
Let's finish this game, man. We got 6 minutes till we hit that 60-minute mark. Again, without Lamar Jackson and all these things happening, I just think there's no way this game is even close, to be honest with you. I still think the Steelers would have won with or without Lamar, because like Mike Tomlin says, we respect him. We ain't afraid of him. And the reason he said that is because they know all that he can do, more importantly, all that he cannot do. And that's why he's not afraid of him with that defense. With RG3, it ain't even going to be close. I'm taking the Steelers. They're going to cover. They probably going to win by like 17, 18, 19 points. Give me Pittsburgh. I'll take Pittsburgh 23-3. Germ?
Give me Pittsburgh. I don't have to slander Lamar. Let me tell you something funny. If RG3 plays better than Lamar Jackson plays as far as passing this week, does it become a quarterback controversy? That's what I'm looking forward to. I'm going to start that narrative now. Since Vic can start narratives whenever the hell he wants to, I think I should be able to as well.
Seriously, though.
I don't know what. I just said some facts. I saw numbers that are facts right now.
Men lie, women lie. The people that men lie, women lie. Numbers don't. The people that use them do.
I love the spelling of sloppy though.
Sloppy.
All right, listen.
Y'all leave him alone, man. Leave him alone. Leave Vic alone, man. The more y'all put on here, he's going to find something. I don't disagree. I don't agree, but I'm here for the entertainment. We will have this discussion later, but Pittsburgh gonna do their thing, man.
Yeah.
Baltimore just missing way too many players. Whatever their COVID situation is, they need to quarantine that whole group. Get that right because they probably gonna lose next week if they still be tested positive for real. But Baltimore, they in a rude awakening tonight. Tomorrow night. They actually had a shot last time, but their defense stepped up and stopped Lamar. You have no Lamar. You have the two of their running backs gone, right?
No, they're playing.
Oh, they're playing?
Yeah, they got cleared to play.
But Lamar is still out, right?
Yes.
Well, they third running back gone too. I hear people before I even go there. I hear people holler about they dropped the ball with the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints with the quarterback situation. Baltimore do play with no quarterback the whole year, correct?
Oh shit.
I mean, the Bears have too, really.
Had they thought about forfeiting the game?
Like that's what Worldwide Les said about the Bears. They've been playing with a better quarterback all year too.
Some of these folks playing with 5 running backs, man, on the field at one time.
I feel for Denver though, man, because that's like having a dude that's called up in baseball to like single A as a shortstop, but he used to pitch.
Hey man,
because he used to pitch, we gonna throw him a few innings. No, man,
they call a real practice squad, dude. I mean,
the
guy from the Carolina Panthers, they came in.
Mike
Davis.
Yes, he's better. He's way better than that quarterback.
All they had to do was let my man James play quarterback for both teams.
Switch the jersey.
He used to doing that anyway. He throwing the ball to everybody anyway. He just throwing the football around. That's what.
Hey, if you on the field, James is gonna throw it to you.
Yeah, he is. Yes, the most catchable football on the earth.
Yeah. Hey, Jay, anything for tomorrow's game?
Man, when was the last time RG 2.5 even was like playing?
Week 17 against this Steelers team.
Against this Steelers team, yep.
No, the last year.
Yeah.
I tried it, and they was already in.
Right.
So I don't count that. So
right.
Again, when was the last time RG 2.5 and he got reduced to 2.5?
I'm trying to think. Where did he go after Cleveland? I mean, after Washington?
I don't remember. That's how
Baltimore.
Is
it Baltimore?
Was it straight Baltimore?
Straight Baltimore.
So he just took a little short trip across 95. That's it.
Yeah, and he was behind Joe.
Oh yeah, he was behind Joe.
He was behind Joe for a minute, and Joe got old.
Man, he might have not played a meaningful game in 6 years.
And watch this dude come out tomorrow and throw for like 410.
You know, they actually did they not pick him up after Flacco got hurt and Lamar starting? And when they revamped their whole offense, they needed a quarterback.
I think they did.
No, I don't think so. I think RG3's been in that Ravens roster for like 3-4 years now.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It's been about that long because that was right around the time where the Collins stuff started happening.
Right.
Yeah, so you're right.
Vic, anything you want to add to tomorrow's game?
Yeah, real quick.
Quick score before that though. A lot Pittsburgh, a little Baltimore. I ain't got no number. Go ahead, Vic. My bad.
No, it's going to be tough for RG3 to go against that pass rush. You're going to see a lot of rustiness from him there. But real quick, at least the Major League Baseball got it right. They drafted Russ in the 4th round.
The movie or the league? The movie or the league in your case? You left that one wide open for me.
Hey, I know. I just had to throw it out there. They got it right. Russ was the 4th round pick. Pat Mahomes was the 37th round pick. That should just, that goes to tell you right now.
Shout out
to Major League Baseball got it right.
Shout out to everybody in the comments, man.
I'll watch the movie when Richie Will or Josh Storms bring it over to my house.
Don't test Rich. Don't test either one of them because Storms
like he'll
bring it over.
Storms look like he'll just show up.
Are we ready? Can we go now? Because Vic's starting to.
Vic's starting to get
Hey.
agitated. That's what's going on.
Russ,
Vic is agitated.
Russ, 4th round pick.
I'm about to put you on mute. Listen, shout out to everybody in the comments. Big Shot saying, damn, Trav, Geesh. Dennis King saying the Chiefs are one of the leaders in drops. Take that for your narratives. KG in there.
Fact check.
That QB was selling insurance last month.
He was. I read it too.
Kenneth Trotter, shout out to Kenneth. Shout out to your wife's beautiful jewelry as well, Kenneth.
Some old felons.
Yes, he's asking, will it be a massacre or a mud stomping? You could refer to vocabulary Vic, and he will give you the proper terminology for that situation. Dennis King in there, Matt Wallet. Shout out to my guy, Matt Wallet, the superstar himself. That's my boy right there. That's about it. Again, we appreciate everybody in the comments. Shout out to the Godfather, who is it ain't even a guest, bro. You can't be invited to your own house.
Hey, man.
Shout out to Trav, 94 feet of life representing.
We getting down Friday where we got the, like you mentioned earlier, we got we gonna do our rookie draft. We only doing rookie fantasy, and they talk me into playing fantasy. That's major because I don't play fantasy. I get bored with it. But this rookie thing I can do.
Yeah.
So we gonna get down on Germ's birthday, 12/4.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? This Friday, what time we roll? 3:30 Eastern, somewhere in there.
Something like that.
Tune in. That's what all the cool
something
kids
like
gonna
that,
be doing
you know.
anyway.
Listen,
Mo, you gonna be picking. I just want you to know. Shouts out to my guy MJ. MJ say he gonna get the first pick. What happens is normally what the universe shift when things like that. The universe is shifting. So I'm probably gonna end up with the first pick. I don't really want it, but I'll take it. Just want y'all to know that this year it's gonna be a long year for the rookies. We're gonna have fun with these rookies. But I'm telling y'all, this is gonna be fun. Y'all got to tune into this because we may actually do something similar to this with views, and we may figure out some things because this is going to be fun. Hey, Ham, and just so you know, I got my bets that if you get any draft pick before MJ does, that you're gonna pick Obi Toppin. Just so you know, the bets are in. Ham's first pick is gonna be Obi Toppin. If he gets in front of MJ, he's picking Obi Toppin. Just to let y'all know.
Hey, again, make sure you tune in Friday at The Scene with the YouTube channel, The Scene, THESCEN, The Scene on IG, that at the.scene on Twitter, scene_the. Make sure you follow us on all the platforms because you just never know what we're going to drop, when we're going to drop it, and why we're going to drop it. Well, we know why, because film is always over feelings. Views from the 22, 94 feet of life, The Scene. This has been another extraordinary show with extraordinary